Deep science is important to foster innovation in Europe, gaining competitiveness, sustainability issues, and resilience. Without deep science, this is hardly possible.
Earlier, science and research was completely isolated. Industry was different, so you needed a connection. The last 15-20 years, this connection has been happening. Especially the connection between science and technology, the deep science and deep tech. Today, both science and technology are helping each other. Science gives rise to technology, and technology is helping science become better.
You have to stay very, very close to academia. You have to be close to the industry, and you should know, maybe even de-risk, technology within your country, within the region. So then it goes into our pipeline.
For policymakers, our intellectual property has been a tool to actually facilitate innovation, to encourage innovation. For universities and academics and researchers, intellectual property has been a way of helping transfer the knowledge that they've cultivated, that they've built, that they've developed and thought about in the different labs to the market. Now, for the private sector, intellectual property has been so useful in terms of looking for specific ideas that they think are commerciable, investing in these ideas, but also building on them.
Being part of public sector means that we are trying to push companies, universities, all the ecosystem really, trying to finance some projects through fund of funds, and we think that that's the best way to improve the transference of knowledge from scientific environment, research, and universities to the economy.
We see that many times academia or research and business or the government policy are quite siloed. So what we need to do is to integrate, to connect them all together, because this journey is a collective journey.
We're very happy to see that founders starting European deep tech companies are outnumbering founders in all other areas and regions in the world over the past 5 years for each year, including the US, which means there is a lot of opportunities for investment in deep tech in Europe.
When you see the patents that has been created in Europe over the last years, 90% of the patents come from deep science, and is the part of the world that is investing more money in patents to solve problems based on science. So Europe is the place to be if you want to invest in science equity.
Deep science will also help us maintain Europe competitive, in particular in sectors like advanced materials or health that are, I would say, essential for the growth of our economies in the future, and to make sure that our economy, our societies are resilient and are capable of facing the challenges that we will go through in the 21st century.
A lot of the problems that come from getting to net zero in the next few years already is that we're gonna need technologies that haven't been invented yet, and new technologies will play a role, and without those we won't be able to get to those targets. So funds investing in these new technologies are going to be critical, and we need that to happen soon.
Deep tech funding today, it's often congregated to a few larger countries. And we'd love to see more deep tech funding as well as awareness come across broader Europe. So it's part of our mission at the NATO Innovation Fund to ensure that funding is available and distributed, and that the founders across all regions in Europe are recognized and the funding is there, and that there are customers there and aware of all of the opportunities out there.
Deep science needs big investments, and it's a matter that not only one country can do it. So we have to join forces and to join investments to build big companies.
This is not an area that where the public sector just comes in. You can actually make money. This is a key issue as well.
These companies are different, okay? And you have to understand how to work with them. These companies coming from science, they coming from researchers, no entrepreneurs. So you have to understand what this company needs in order to grow.
Vivo Capital is plenty of people with PhD in chemistry, with research careers. So we understand photonics, we understand microelectronics, we understand new materials from the technological point of view.
The origin of Vivo Capital is to invest in deep science company, to have the appropriate team to do it, and to have this focus to invest in deep science in order to tackle the sustainability issues we are facing.
Right now, there are many opportunities to invest in this kind of technologies that will be the disruption future for solving the problems of the next generation of our citizens.
Having one place, and I believe that Madrid is becoming that place for the field of deep science, having one place where we can centralize and put together this know-how around deep science is fundamental for global purposes.
Events like Science for Industry will help the research ecosystem in becoming more integrated with the industry.